So this is the Ubermacht Niobe, and this is the car that has ruined my recording schedule this week. I had everything all planned out. The Paragon S was going to be the next one I recorded, and then I thought, do you know what, I'll just take this for a little bit of a spin, do the customization before, and that's kind of ruined everything. Because, well, not wanting to spoil the surprise, but I'm going to go out there and say this is the new king of GTA. This is the new fastest car in the game.
I'm the daddy now. Next time I'll
bloody well
kill you.
And that was a massive surprise to me. I'd not heard anything about this car coming in any of the build-up. And then when I saw it in the Luxury Autos website, I thought, yeah, it's based on the i8. It's just going to be pretty much like the SC1. It's going to, look okay and be kind of alright-ish to drive. So, anyway, I picked it up for the reasonable price of 1.8 million, I think this was. Whizzed it over to the LS Car Meet because this does have the HSW upgrade available, and on the way over there already it became apparent that this thing might be a little bit different. So anyway, popped the upgrades on, found the best match I could get for BMW's Estoril Blue, which is what all of these cars look best in when they were brand new, and I took it for a spin. And as soon as you start driving this thing, you can feel how quick it is. The initial pickup is brilliant. The way it accelerates right up until the top speed is fabulous. This is a seriously quick car. Now, unusually, that doesn't come with the usual caveats that the quick HSW cars come with. So, for example, the Stinger GT PDQ RI MOBS, whatever that's called, that has the worst handling in the world. It has such crippling understeer, it makes it awful to drive. Yes, it's fast, but it's not fun. The same can be said for the Cyclone, which has insane acceleration, but the handling is so twitchy, it's really difficult to control and really difficult to do a clean lap in. Whereas this has really nice handling, very much like the Euros X32 and to a certain extent the bollocks. Some of these new cars with this new update seem to have really well sorted handling, and this is the same. It's very forgiving, very controllable, it's not too harsh, it is very spiky, so the turning is incredibly sharp, so you will need to get used to that. Also factoring into that, it is also very light, so if you do clip some cars, it is really easy to get thrown off course. However, the plus side to that is if you manage to plot your lap really well, and if you manage to pay attention, and by pay attention we are talking about Hakuchu drag levels of attention that you need to pay in this thing, because everything happens so much more quickly. It's like you're playing the game in double speed. So, customization, I'll be honest, it's not brilliant. It's kind of okay, but this car wasn't really customised that much in real life anyway. And as soon as I saw it, I knew it was gonna be blue and carbon. There was no other option. It was never going to be anything other than ultra blue and carbon, so I could try and replicate that Estoril Blue. So, the interesting part, let's have a look and see what we do for the top speed on this thing. Now, one thing that's notable is I actually don't think I'm going to need to edit this lap down at all. Usually I edit them down to around 5 minutes because that's usually what I've got to say about something, but this lap is so quick, I actually think I'm going to be able to keep rabbiting on for the whole thing. And here's the top speed. And yes, I did edit a burp out then. So what do we think of this thing? I think this, it's not exactly a sleeper because it's a really dramatic looking car. I think the reason I'm so surprised is that in real life, this was a really nice supercar. It really was. It looked fabulous. You didn't see that many of them around, so it was quite a cool thing when you saw one. But it was never an insane supercar, not like a hypercar. So when I saw it in the game, I did not expect it to be this good. But I will be completely honest, this is the second lap I've done in this, and I did a second lap because the first lap wasn't particularly clean. And then when I got to the end and saw the time I'd done with a really scruffy lap, I thought this thing really deserves another. So I wheeled it back in, just got a little bit of practice in on how to navigate the curbs in this thing, and then took it round for another lap. So already the X32's lead was short-lived. I did say that so far that was my favourite from this update, and that I reckoned that the new Merc was going to be my favourite from the whole update. But honestly, if you only buy one car from this update, and I haven't even seen the others yet, and I haven't even played the new story mode content, not story mode content, you know what I mean, I haven't even played the new business content. If you only buy one car from this game, make it be this one, because this really is the first time, I think, since the Italy GTO that we've been given a really, really fast car that's also really good fun to drive. If you look at all of the other quick cars, they all have a downside. The Stinger TT has terrible handling. The Cyclone 2 is incredibly glitchy. The Virtue, great acceleration but no top speed. The new Pipistrello, again great acceleration but falls flat on the top speed. Whereas this, it's pretty good in all areas. The only slight criticism, and it is a very slight criticism, is that it is a little bit light, so it's easy to knock it off track. But that said, as we come round this corner, you'll see what I mean by how quick it is. Here's a time we managed to do, a 7:06, and that is 10 seconds faster than I managed to do in the Hakuchu drag. The only lap I've ever done faster than this was in the Stinger TT with traffic turned off when I was cheating to try and beat Dead Man Down Under. On the subject of which, by the way, he's streamed the launch of the DLC, and he'll be putting some guides up, so make sure you head over there to look for his guides, because they're bound to be really good. But back to this. This is an absolute must-buy. It is expensive, 1.8 for the car, and then another million or so for the HSW upgrade, and the individual HSW upgrades go on top of that. But for around 4 million by the time you are done, I think you will be able to win basically any HSW in this, and it will be nice to be able to do the time trials in a car again. So that's all I've got to say on this one. I hope you're finding these useful. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you on the next one, which will, I promise, this time be the Paragon S.